welcome to Raddish. My name is Chef Megan, and today we are joined with
Simone.
Simone, and how old are you?
9.
A 9-year-old Simone, and we are going to be making a turkey cheeseball appetizer. The recipe is at radishkids.com/cheeseball. All right?
Yes.
All right, radishkids.com/cheeseball. First things first, what do kids always do when they start cooking in the kitchen, Simone?
Wash their hands.
Wash your hands, all right? So go wash your hands, and then the next thing we'll do is we're going to gather our ingredients together.
We have crackers.
Crackers, I see them right there. The next ingredient.
Thyme.
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 Yep, and I see it here, right?
Yeah.
And what's the other one here?
Rosemary.
Rosemary, okay. Next ingredient.
We have a block of cheese cream.
You might as well just let this cream cheese sit on the counter for a little bit because it will get soft. All right. What's the next thing we need?
We need butter.
Butter. All right. So we've got some butter here. Okay. Next.
Salt.
Salt. Okay. Check. We've got it in this little container. What else do we need?
Pepper.
Pepper. We've got that as well.
Garlic powder.
And garlic powder. Well, you know what? I think I forgot to put that out, but I'll get that in just a second. Okay, so we're going to start with step 1. Now that everybody's washed their hands and they're ready to make their turkey cheese ball, let's read the step together. What are we going to do here?
So we are going to finely crush 5 crackers in a reusable bag.
Okay, perfect. Let's stop there. Go ahead and grab 5 crackers. All right, so now that Simone's got the 5 crackers in the bag, and hopefully at home you have this 5 crackers in your bag as well, what we're going to do is finely crush them. You can use a rolling pin like we have here. If you don't have a rolling pin, that's okay. Here, you can hold on to this. You can use anything that's kind of flat, like this bowl, and just crush it, crush it, crush it. Or you can even use your fists. But go ahead and use your rolling pin for us, okay? And you're going to get them really fine. Now, the second part of step number 1 is to finely mince some herbs. So the 2 herbs that we're going to mince are rosemary and thyme, and we've got them here. So go ahead. So what we're going to do is we're going to take these sprigs of rosemary, and Simone, if you could just take the leaves off of the stems. Everybody at home, the best way to do that is to just pull down on the stems and the leaves come off, all right? So will you do that? And so these herbs are not only going to go on the outside of your turkey cheese ball when we make the crust, they're going to go on the inside too, all right? So Simone is taking the leaves off of the rosemary, and I am taking the leaves off of the thyme. And oh, by the way, we're using 8 sprigs of fresh thyme. And how many sprigs of rosemary? Do you see that number?
4.
4. All right, so that's just a good start. All right, so you've got a pile of rosemary, very good. I've got a pile of thyme. And since we're working as a team, both of us are going to mince our own herb.
Okay. Oh, I have one more.
Oh, thank you. So, there's a few ways you can mince when you're at home. If you're not really that comfortable using a knife yet, I think you can use scissors, right?
Yeah.
That's a great idea. So, you could take some craft scissors as long as they're clean, grab a bunch of your herbs, and just do tiny little snips of herbs. Why don't you try that for a second? All right, grab a big bunch. There you go. And just kind of make like tiny little snips. If you are more familiar and you've used a knife before and you've got an adult in the room, you can use what I call spider fingers. Okay, make a claw here, and you're going to curl your fingers in and you're going to chop down on the herbs. I put our thyme and our rosemary inside with the crackers, all right? The fun part is to kind of seal it up. If you're at home, you can do this. Give it one last big crush with your hands. And then we're going to set this aside, okay? We're moving on to step 2. All right, so let's get this going. You need your cream cheese. Go ahead and dump that inside. Okay, thank you. All right, so you've got butter and cream cheese in there. The next thing we need, let's see, our recipe says salt, pepper, and garlic powder. So we're going to need our measuring spoons. And it's going to be your job to measure 1/4 teaspoon of salt into our butter and our cream cheese. We could crack some black pepper in there, all right? So go ahead and crack some black pepper in there. So we've got pepper. How much garlic powder do we need?
We need 1/4.
1/4 teaspoon. Again, it's up to you to measure. Remember, when we're measuring with measuring spoons, we like to have a nice level measure, meaning it's not overflowing the top. Very good. Now that we've got all of our ingredients measured into the bowl, it looks like we're missing just one thing. We're going to add a tablespoon of that yummy herby cracker mixture. This is what makes our recipe kind of special because it gives it nice herbs inside. All right. The tablespoon is the biggest of the spoons. And for you math people out there, let's see, 3 teaspoons will go into 1 tablespoon. Did you know that?
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure you did because you've gone to our cooking camp. Okay, you can measure that right inside. All right. So Simone, we're gonna go on medium high, and we're gonna whip this up. All right. So you can kind of hold on to it with me. We're gonna whip it up so that it's nice and combined. Very good. Good technique. She's going all around the bowl, getting the sides. Everything's nice and combined. All right. All done. So let's eject our beaters, and now it's nice and safe. We could kind of use teamwork here, and I'm going to push the cream cheese right through your beaters. All right. Very good. Okay, so this is the point in which the butter and the cream cheese need to chill. What were we talking about earlier today? Butter and cream cheese. They're both sensitive to what? It's hot or cold?
Oh yeah, the temperature.
The temperature, that's right. So if you were to try to make your cheese ball right now, it would kind of be a little smeary and it would just smear all over the place, right? So we need to get this mixture back to cold. All right, so the best way to do that is to get some saran wrap, which is in this drawer. Wonderful. Or plastic wrap, all right? And you're gonna definitely need a rubber scraper to scrape all of the edges of your bowl and the butter into one big ball. Will you drop that right into the center? Very good. And so at home, if you're doing this, the best way to do it is to grab each of the 4 corners. Simone, you do that. Each of the 4 corners, and you're going to bring them together in the center. Very good. Wow, what an expert. All right. So in this way, you've already covered your turkey cheese or your butter ball here. And then you're going to kind of just pat the sides into a ball shape. All right. So we're going to wrap it in plastic wrap, shape it into a ball, and we're going to refrigerate it for at least 15 minutes. So here we go. I'll put this in the fridge, and I'm going to bring you a new one. All right, Simone, here we go. We've got a nice cold ball of cheese. Are you ready to decorate? That means we're moving on to step 4. Now, you need another bowl. And for our purposes, I think we'll just use one that we've already got it out. Go ahead and dump your cracker mixture into this bowl, all right? And that one too. Kind of fun. All right. So that is going to be the coating that we're going to use on our cheese ball. Here's your cheese ball. What you can do is just kind of dump it into those herbs. So go ahead. You can use your hand to kind of roll your cheese ball and use your hand to sprinkle it with crust. It should be so covered with crust that it's no longer sticky.
Yeah.
Okay. Looks like we got some big crumbs here. Okay, we'll keep making it nice and coated with crumbs. And sometimes, if you're doing this at home, you might need to actually pat the crumbs on there to make them stay. And so that it will look really nice and decorative. All right, why don't we show them what it looks like? Can you hold up your cheese ball for the camera there? Oh, take it out of the bowl.
Oh.
Yeah. Awesome. It's coated with crumbs. So step 4 is probably my favorite step for this recipe. This is where you get to be creative and you get to decorate it. All right. So turkeys. What are these things on the back of the turkey?
Crackers and pretzels.
Crackers and pretzels. So you can use those to make it look like the turkey has feathers in the back. All right, Simone. So why don't you, maybe the easiest way is to take some crackers and just kind of break them in half and start sticking them in the back there. All right. There you go. Now you got to be a little careful because if your cheese is too firm, the crackers might bend, right?
Yeah.
Or break. And so basically, if the cheese ball seems a little too firm, just let it set out on the counter for a couple more minutes and it will soften up because, like we said, temperature plays a big role. The turkey is looking good so far. Wow, look at this. Let me show the camera. So the next couple of things that we might need to do are use some eyeballs, right? We could also, if you don't want to use crackers, you could also use a slice or two of peppers. Do you want to put those in the next row? So actually, the cool part about cooking is how creative you can be and how inventive you can be. Can you think of anything else we can use as feathers on this turkey?
Pretzel.
Yeah. Oh, yep. I forgot about those.
Yeah.
Grab some of those. What about another fruit or vegetable?
You could use like what we're using right now.
Pepper.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about an apple?
Yeah, you could use apples too, because like you could cut them in pieces.
That's right. Here, give us a couple more pretty orange feathers on the back. The cool part about this cheese ball is that you could adapt this recipe to the way your family would like to eat it. So that's a great idea. You could mince up kale. You could saute some kale, and so it gets nice and small into nice small pieces. Can you think of anything else we should maybe add to our cheese ball?
A little bit of the leftover crumbs.
You could add that. That's right. Bacon was a really good idea. You could add other herbs. Let's squeeze that one right in. He's kind of big and floppy. There we go. So I think you need some eyeballs. What do you think?
Yeah.
Okay. Eyeballs. These little things that are really dark. What is this?
Raisins.
Raisins. You could also use olives. Anything else you could think of that would be a good eyeball?
Like little pieces of purple grape.
Oh, perfect. A good idea as well. Okay. So, if you look at the picture of our turkey cheese ball, his head is a little ball, right?
Yeah.
So you could actually just pretend to put a face on your turkey cheese ball just like this, right? So you could put two eyes and a mouth right there. If you want to get extra fancy, you can use some of the turkey cheese ball. Like in this case, I'm going to just take a little bit of the bottom of it. See? Okay. And we're going to make a little head. Okay. There we go. So can you roll this into a ball for me? There we go.
Thank you.
So you can just scoop a little from the bottom of it, and you can use that to make a little face. All right. So everybody, see how Simone and I made the head on the top of a toothpick here?
Yeah.
I'm going to just stick it right inside so that they could see that. All right. There we go. And I'm going to show it to Simone so she could put the eyeballs on. Can you stick two raisins right there for us? While she does that, I'm going to do like a little gobbler. It will come down from the turkey's neck. Okay. Wow, this is looking super cute. So you can serve your turkey cheese ball with a bunch of things. I definitely recommend you serve it with the crackers. You could serve it with cucumber slices. You could serve it with maybe like salami or something like that.
Oh yeah, that'd be
good.
good.
Yeah. Okay. Very carefully lift your the turkey up. And oh, I forgot that little gobbler piece. Let's stick this right underneath.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Can you turn it around so that the camera can see? All right. Hold it up. Here we've got a Tom the turkey. Again, this is our Thanksgiving appetizer, the turkey cheese ball. Thank you for watching. Enjoy your turkey cheese balls.
Bye.